Welcome to On the Chain.
So let's look at this right here. This was tweeted out by Weetz Win. He said, I just updated the XRPL Labs validator from nay to yay on the XLS 20 amendment. Zum is ready. Now it's up to the network and the ecosystem. RippleX tweeted that and said native support for NFTs on the XRPL inching ever closer. Slowly. Is your server ready? So, man, we're getting there, Jeff. I think it's going to take a little time, but I think we're getting there. This is good news.
There.
This is good news. Monica Long put something out, which I thought was kind of interesting because I hadn't heard this term before. But, Monica, she's up on everything. She's over there. She's running she's the GM over there for Ripple. But she put this little tweet thing. Tell me if you ever heard this before, Jeff. Midweek crypto musings on token gating. You ever heard of token gating?
I've not heard of token gating.
So what is it? Why is it important?
Yeah,
what are the implications of it succeeding? Well, first, the what? Token gating is a way to provide access or membership to content, communities, experiences, etc., using fungible or non-fungible tokens that are cryptographically verifying a person holds the required assets. Secondly, the why. Why do you want to build a lasting? Do you want to build a lasting and real community? Then you need a way to verify ownership through wallets, etc. That's easily integrated with Discord, websites, etc. Blah blah blah. Positively contributing to communities you care about is necessary for progress. And then third, the implications. Access and verifications are imperative for real-world use cases like content, experiences, memberships. Token gating functionality is key to build. For use cases beyond speculation, consumers need to be able to use these tokens. She's talking about utility, Jeff. She's really getting at there. Your thoughts on this?
It's interesting. I'm looking it up over here too, the token gating API. It's really interesting.
Is it the same thing?
I don't think it is. Example use cases. Gate access to single article or blog post, website. I don't know what this is.
Don't know. What is it then? Do you know what it is?
No. Token gating. Exploding in popularity. New authorization method provides access to static or dynamic content based on the user's ownership of one or more tokens. It can be used to access private Discord channels, Shopify perks, digital content, and exclusive IRL events. As brands adopt Web3 and the metaverse continues to expand, more and more projects will need to implement their own gating mechanism. It's interesting. It should be effortless. However, this isn't always as simple as it seems. Therefore, what are you going to gate access to? Articles, website, products, webinars, account, live events, virtual experience. Then you have your NFTs and all that other good stuff. Contract checking. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, it's like you want to belong to a community. You need XRP. You need access, or you need an NFT, a certain kind of NFT. I mean, we already see that NFTs have multiple roles. Some are being used as play to earn type of games, whether on a computer. Eventually, they'll make their way to the console. I mean, I think it's the evolutionary next step. I like the fact that you have to kind of call it token gating because you've got non-fungible and fungible tokens.
So Lee is saying NFT is what provides the access. Token gating is fully implemented in many private gaming communities. So that's pretty cool.
It's very cool, man. So it's good. It's always good to
You're
learn.
right.
It's good to learn
You're
about this
100%
stuff.
right.
It's good to learn about it.
100%.
Look at this right here. So I saw this one. It's really good, Jeff, because I mean you and I are pretty busy, so it's great that we have amazing people in the space, especially people like Crypto Eddie, who's like best researcher hands down. But somebody had said earlier he wanted to learn more about Flare. Flare put a tweet out, and I read through this, and it's very interesting. Flare improvement proposal 01 is here. The FIP 01 critical for the long-term success of Flare, which is now a radically larger project than was originally envisioned. The proposal covers token distribution, inflation rate, and incentive structure. And she sort of summarized it here, saying maximizes benefit for most number of people active in the Flare ecosystem, which I think makes a lot of sense. There's no reliance on a centralized platform. Yay. Delegate and receive more Flare tokens. Lowers the inflation. Flare holders are treated equally. Positive tax changes. Voting, majority rules, kind of like real democracy there. And new entrants improvement. And if we drill down on this a little bit, one of the other, I'll go right here. Here's one right here. So if it's successfully passed by the community, individuals will no longer be reliant on distributions from centralized platforms.
Oh, just
That's,
like yeah.
Because look what's happened. I mean, we've seen Celsius go down. We've seen one of the Coinbase, arguably one of the top 1, 2, or 3 in the world, one of the exchanges. And guess what? They didn't distribute Songbird. So are they going to do the same when it comes to Flare? So the whole idea of relying on a centralized platform, I like this a lot. And if the staking of Flare is anywhere near the industry average, those who delegate will receive Flare tokens via the new proposal than the current system. Bonus round. Proposal substantially lowers inflation, reduces the long-term supply, meaning that those who participate could end up with a more meaningful, larger share of the token ownership than they would have tokens and fewer in circulation. And then enables anyone holding Flare to delegate and receive a share of the distribution, makes the distribution transferable, generates a strong incentive to reduce excess liquidity, treats all those who hold Flare however they obtain it equally. Because, one of the other things too is if people were going to dump it right away, then this whole idea of this liquidity is really key in this whole thing. So taxes was another big thing in everyone's mind. Like, what do we do about taxes? So in some tax jurisdictions, the proposal makes it possible to defer the tax event of realizing Flare while still receiving the remainder of the token distribution, allowing better control of the timing of when the tax liability is going to hit. So that's cool too.
Very cool.
That's it right there. There's a whole thing goes on here. The incentive pool. I recommend that everybody reads it because there's a lot packed in here, but I think it's pretty well thought out. I mean, arguably you could say it's probably one of the better proposals, but someone's not going to like something about it. Be like, I don't like that, or why are they doing that? But they're doing it for the success of the program. So there's one other thing too here that I wanted to see if I could find it. Yeah, so it says that this is critically important for the long-term success of Flare. Much has changed in the last 2 years. Flare is radically a larger project. Instead of serving a single community with a single utility, Flare's protocols are now open the path to provide developers with scalable smart contracts, truly decentralized price feeds, secure state acquisition from other blockchains, superior bridging for smart contract and non-smart contract assets, secure data relay, blah, 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 and on. To allow Flare to thrive, the token distribution was designed to build participation from a single community with that single utility. It needs to change such that it offers participants from any chain and new entrants in the space an equal chance to become a participant in the Flare ecosystem to help it grow. And this is really what's key. If you really want growth, Jeff, you can't rely on one community. I mean, mostly the XRP community.
That's right.
What do you think about that?
Thinking it's interesting. Thinking that I'm digging into the Luna PR, and they bought some Cointelegraph.
Okay.
Luna PR acquires Cointelegraph MENA franchise in July.
Okay. So you're still on that last thing then.
Still stuck on
okay.
this.
No, this is the most exciting thing to come. This is one of the biggest, best projects to come along since XRP, in my opinion. It's just incredible.
Luna PR.
No, Flare. Flare's
Flare. I agree. Yeah, Flare. Flare it's a game changer when it finally actually rolls out in real time. It's really going to bring about a competitive advantage to what we see with Ethereum. We've talked about this a lot. and it's just a matter of time now. And it's interesting the way they started out, talking about that it's much bigger, much broader than what they first envisioned. And really, since they didn't roll out and go, fully live, it allowed them to continue to develop, maybe finding some, or maybe they even had
Right.
some of the realized possibilities, but they just never explored them in the beginning. And now they've had an opportunity to start exploring the full growth potential. So the real use case is going to be, pretty unbelievable, and again, it's going to come down to, it's the business use, it's the competitor with what Ethereum is doing. And then the add-on component to all of that is the possibility of the XLS, the XLS 20, and allowing to create and build the tokenization of other asset on the XRPL, and somehow, along with the smart contract capabilities and the exchange capabilities within the XRPL. And, if Flare is able to fully utilize the technology, it's going to be a full game changer, but a very, very strong competitor to what we're seeing with Ethereum. It's not going to be an Ethereum killer by any stretch.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.